So what is a software? Um, it's not just code or programming. In fact, let's take the analogy of a car. A car isn't just an engine or a compartment, right? It takes a lot more to put a car together. Software is something similar to the analogy of a car that I just given, but actually even more complicated. Um, so I would talk about there are different aspects to software that you need to be aware of. Some are visible to you as a non-technical user, and some are invisible. Uh, Under the visibility aspect, I think functionality, usability, data are some of the things that you can visually understand. You can conceptualize them rather. Whereas the invisible aspects of software are the packaging of the software, the security, compliance, performance, and the ability to customize the software. In fact, for me personally, a measure of a good software is one that is able to withstand the test of time and is maintainable. Do not be under the impression that if you build software once, you will only need to build on top of it. A lot of times, depending on how you build the software, you may have to rewrite a significant portion of your software. I don't think a lot of people who are coming from a non-technical background, who have not written software rather, are aware of the fact they think that okay, if I invested X and I've developed a software, then my further investments would go in terms of just developing over that software. That is not true. Many a times we find that a software may have to be rewritten entirely, or major parts of it may have to be rewritten. Why does this happen? This tends to happen because at some point in the journey, either the requirements were not clear, which could be your fault, or there were compromises made to the speed, to achieve a particular deadline, where the software was made in a fashion where it suited a particular purpose at that point, but it is not designed to suit other purposes. And to make it fit that purpose, you may actually have to go back to the drawing room and rewrite it. So this is the reason why I'm in fact making this video, because you need to understand what you're sacrificing in the process of building software. Maintainability of software is extremely important, right? And if you write software in a hurry, a lot of people take for granted what they're building, and if you write it in a hurry, when I say hurry, it means that either there was lack of specification. Many people they prefer getting into meetings and talking a lot about what they want, but they don't want to put that on paper, and I think that's a terrible idea. The second issue could be you lacked a proof of concept, where you had no ability to demonstrate what you're trying to achieve. It's all in air, right? Like you assume that it will get done, but you have not demonstrated that what needs to be done. You have not done what we call wireframing. You have not conceptualized it. You have not articulated on paper what you are thinking. And this is the reason why tools like UI, UX design, wireframing, and even a document, a scope document, which clearly specifies what are the features you need, what is the depth of features you need, what are the non-visible or the non-functional aspects like performance, compliance, what are the standards do you want the software to adhere to, right? What are the formats that software may need to read? If you leave all that open and you just focus on your core idea, then what you may just get is your core idea, and when you try to take it to market, you might realize that it doesn't fit in a lot of places. So it's very important to go through a series of design steps, and I will make that clear in few other videos that may follow in terms of what they could be.